me.
That was it.
That was the whole video.
That was the one.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while for me since I filmed a video. The last video that I filmed was actually pre-recorded, so this is actually my first video of the year for me. On that note, I'm actually going to be talking about my New Year's resolution / goals today. I wanted to keep it simple. I didn't want to do too many. I saw a few videos that were doing like 20, which in my opinion, that's a little bit too much to be, keeping up with. But I'm gonna keep it to 6, narrow it down to 6. Before I get into my goals, I wanted to also mention the importance of writing down your goals for this year, and just goals in general. You don't have to do it at the beginning of every year, but like maybe every month you can have a set of goals that, helps you stay on track of what you want for your future and all those kinds of things, or for your whole year plan or whatever. Before we get into the rest of the video, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like this video if you like it. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah. The first one is that I need to eat 3 meals a day. Yes, a day, because college students, we don't eat enough. Besides that, I'm sure other people don't eat enough too, but college students especially, we eat like once a day. And for me, I have had such an issue with this, where I will not eat breakfast, I will not eat lunch. I'll get so busy, caught up in stuff, and then I'll eat dinner and be like, oh my god, I'm starving. And then by that time, I just want carbs. I want like a fat ass burger and fries. Like, I don't want to put good stuff into my body, and I don't have energy. By the time I eat that last meal, I am so slumped, like I want to go to bed, and I don't even feel good anymore. So as of lately, I have been trying to incorporate a breakfast into my meal and make time to stop and eat lunch as well. And just starting off my day with a good breakfast, especially because I have to wake up in the morning and go to school every day now. So the next point is, a very obvious one for many. It's actually time management, which I feel like everyone struggles with this, and especially me. I am a procrastinator to the max. Like, I will wait the morning of to do an assignment, which is honestly awful. But yeah, I really suck at that. My life is only getting busier, and it's only gonna get busier from here for the plans that I have this year, and just additional responsibilities that I'm gonna have. And so I really need to get my stuff together. But I decided to get a planner, and this is my planner. I got it from Marshall's, and it's affordable. But yeah, I mean, you can get like $5 ones there too. I spent like $8, but you don't have to do that. I've also had a planner for quite some time, from last year, and never once did I use it, which is pretty sad, a waste of my own money. But I mean, you're only gonna plan or like get into this planning stuff if you really take this seriously. If you actually genuinely care about your life and you want to get your shit together, you're gonna do it. And at this point, I really do. I really want 2020 to be an amazing year for me, and I have a lot more in store for me, and I know it. And it's only if I put the effort forth, and if I care enough, then I will do it. So to me, writing it down and scheduling each time that I need to do it, even the smallest little thing, like I said, set timers for little things. And also, there's another YouTuber, her name is Claudia Salewski. I love her. I've mentioned her before. She mentioned in one of her videos like a 20-minute timer kind of thing for different tasks. So like if you're cleaning your bathroom, or if you're cleaning your room, or if you're cleaning your car, set a 20-minute timer. And so I want to start doing things like that. I feel like that's a good amount of time to get a task done, and I feel like that's really going to help me stay focused. Aside from planning and writing literally every single detail that I need to write, is also setting little timers for certain things so I can stay on track. And then scheduling time at the end of the day for me to have free time, which I think is rewarding. So I need to make sure to prioritize. So the third goal or resolution that I have is to dream big. which a lot of us do have big dreams for ourselves, but we do not write them down. We don't actually take time to think about it and to actually just, you know, think about the details about it. We just have it shoved back in the back of our minds. But when there's something about it when you take pen to paper and you actually take the time to figure out the things that you want to accomplish, I feel like there's power in that. And for me, I want to make sure that I continue to dream big and to keep my mind open to certain things and to just write down different plans, whether that be my year plan or my 5-year plan or my 10-year plan, and different goals, because I believe I will accomplish them. And so I just think it's so important to just have some place that I can look back at whenever I'm feeling discouraged, or I just need to be reminded of what I want to do. I also wanted to mention that one of my friends, her name is MASSIEL'S. She's actually very successful in many things. She's a YouTuber. She also has her own magazine, and she's just, you know, she has her own podcast and all that kind of thing. She's an author. She's doing her thing. I'll mention her, I will link her Instagram and her YouTube down in the description box if y'all want to check her out. But I took one of her workshops and she inspired me to actually do a vision board. So I definitely want to, you know, in the coming week, get the supplies that I need to print out certain images and certain just dreams that I have, trips that I want to take, or things that I want to accomplish, things I want to be invited to, and just, you know, post them on my vision board so I can look at them in my room and just remember the things that I want to accomplish. I just feel like just seeing them every day will remind me of the things that I'm doing and what I'm striving for. So the next goal that I want to make sure that I keep in mind is being accountable. So me and my best friend started doing this in 2019, and the end of 2019 is having meetings where we meet with each other and we, you know, sip some Starbucks and we get our little notebooks and we write down certain goals that we have for ourselves. And then also we meet, like, from now on we are meeting monthly, and we're gonna re-evaluate those goals. We're gonna see if we met them. We're gonna see, you know, if we were slacking or if we need help or any of those kinds of things. One goal in particular that we both have is that we want to get an apartment with each other this year. That's been a goal of mine for a couple of years now, and we both need to stay on top of our stuff. You know, we need to save enough money to afford that, because it is a lot of money. It's a big, you know, chunk for us, and it's a whole new chapter for us, and that's something that we both need to take seriously. So I have our little notebook right here where we took the time to write down everything, our like monthly expenses, things like that. And we did not leave a detail out. Like, we wrote everything, what we need to save every week. And we also wrote like apartment necessities, things like that. And we wrote a whole list of them so we can check next to them what we bought for our apartment, so we can gradually, you know, get it over time. But aside from that too, we're accountable for each other in different things aside from this, including like spirituality, and just the other goals that I mentioned as well. So the next goal that I have for myself is working on my relationship with God. I feel like that is such an important point, because I feel like that, you know, is going to keep me grounded in the midst of all this chaos. And I just feel like God should really be the center of pretty much everything that you do. And I think that it's so important to make sure in the decisions that you're making this year and the decisions that I'm making, to make sure that I include God, that I ask him, you know, like, what are your plans for me? What's your plan in this certain aspect of my life? And where do you think this should go? And, you know, and who should be in my life? And all those kinds of things. I think it's so crucial to make sure that we include those kinds of things. And I also want to do this thing. It's called a 15-minute rule or something like that. I was watching Adrienne's one of her recent videos, and she mentioned a 15-minute rule where you take 5 minutes to read the word, 5 minutes to pray, and 5 minutes to worship. And I want to do that in the mornings now while I eat my breakfast, and, you know, just basically just meditate and talk to God and pray and all those kinds of things. I just feel like that's just gonna start off the day with a good note and really get me to focus and head in the right direction that I want to be heading in with all the other little goals that I have for myself. I think it'll help me stay on track. So that's why I have this one there. And the last goal that I have for myself is a very basic one. It's to work out more. And yes, that's everyone's New Year's resolutions, but that is mine specifically for the fact that the past 2 years, I feel like I have no energy anymore. I feel so sluggish. I feel like an old woman, okay? I feel like I'll walk and I'll have like, my body will just creak, honestly. And so for me and for my personal self-care, along with the eating and all that kinds of stuff, you know, I just want to make sure I'm taking care of me. And I feel like working out at least maybe 3 to 4 times a week is realistic for me in my busy schedule, and I would like to work it up to maybe around 4 a little bit more frequently. But right now I'll start with 3 and go from there. And also, even if that means like 30 minutes, at least I'm doing something that's keeping me active and keeping my heart rate up. And just, I don't know, I just notice now when I'm walking to places, I'm walking around, even in the mall, I'll be out of breath. Like, I'll be walking up the stairs, I'll be out of breath. So I just feel like I'm not healthy anymore. I feel like I need the energy to do my other tasks that I need to get done, and I just don't have it. So working out, as simple as it sounds, that's one of mine. That is all of the goals that I have that I want to share with you. Back on the topic of accountability, I actually want to do an end of the year kind of video where I recap with y'all and I stay accountable with y'all to see if I ended up keeping my goals, or, you know, how well I did at, you know, doing the tasks that I wanted to do. And I just feel like that's going to be a healthy way for me also to look back and see what I've done since then, and if I've been working hard or not, which, I mean, I really want to. That's all that I have for the video today. Thank you guys for watching so much. Stay tuned for my new video next week. Why is